Yo, welcome back to Siida Talk. You're back with Naz.
And that's AQ, guys. What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Oh, bro, it's been a week. It's been a pretty chill week for me.
Pretty chill week?
Yeah, pretty chill week. I mean, I'm just waiting for a few things to come through.
Yeah.
Waiting on a few people to come back to me with things, but, it's happening.
Right. Am I meant to come back to
No.
you?
No, you're right. No, just a few things with trucks and the other things that are
Just
going on
business
at the
stuff,
moment.
eh?
Yeah, business stuff.
As always.
Boring stuff.
Yeah, my week. Just
How's
another
your-
week.
Yeah, how's gym?
It's been good. It's been
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, I switched up a few things, so
Yeah.
it's been going all right.
Nice.
I just don't going to talk about it too much. I want
Yeah.
the end results to show, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah, but look, we've got an interesting topic today.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting topic.
It's a bit of a controversial one.
Yeah, there's there's a bit about it. We've grown up in it and around it. There's a lot of our viewers understand it. No one understand it. And they will say, I feel like a lot of our generation will agree with what we have to say. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely be talking a bit on this. So what we're covering today, guys, is the ethnic community. Now, there's all different types of ethnic communities. We've got, the Indian ethnic community, Asians, there's the Islanders. I mean, would you really? I don't know. Would you call Islanders an ethnic community?
Yeah. That's so, yeah.
That'd fit under that almost. I mean, they're a different ethnicity. Fuck.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I love you all. But yeah. So we'll be talking mainly about the community we were brought up and raised around. Sorry.
Yeah, look, you hear a lot of stories too from other cultures and what they go
and
through.
there's a lot of similarities if you think
Exactly
about it.
right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about people coming from overseas with their ideologies and beliefs of what they had over there, and now they're instilling it in their kids over here. And it's just like the kids are brought up in this Australian, really, fucking 4 and 20 environment.
4 and 20.
Meat pies. The great Australian.
But it's true. And you're right. Like, there is a lot of similarities, and I hear stories from my mates that are like Asian or Islanders or whatever.
Well,
and,
even like my Lebanese mates, bro.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? I always listen. I'm like, we go through the same shit.
Honestly, it's pretty similar.
Same shit in regards to how some people can be very opinionated.
Very opinionated.
Or judgmental.
Yeah.
There are the pros, there are the cons.
Yeah,
Do you want to start off?
We'll probably, look, we'll get into the pros because there's not that many.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I wish it wasn't the truth, but look, we've got our communities, and it's good when, when we have times of need, and, there's, you're down and out, like whether it be, a prayer for like a new venture. Okay, beautiful. You get your community down, and they'll be there to support you. Someone passes away, similar thing. Everyone comes together, and they're all there for one another because it's our community, and we just rely on each other. In
There's
that
that togetherness,
sense.
right?
Yeah, definitely. There's a
Your
lot of
cultural days, your galas.
Another great thing that's come with this ethnicity, these ethnic communities, is the food that they bring. You know what I mean?
Mate, food can bring anyone together.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's real
food.
good. I love food, bro.
I really love food.
That's probably one of my weaknesses.
It's my
I had
it's my
so
girlfriend.
much sushi yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Now that I'm thinking about it, there was a lot of sushi.
Good on you, bro.
Don't regret it.
Hey, fuck, you can't go wrong with sushi.
You
anyway.
cannot. All right.
Yeah.
That's counted as ethnic food, isn't it?
It's a different culture, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Nah, that's good. But look, we get to speak the same language, bro. We could be out and about, and soccer was a really good example, like league soccer, where people, say me and my brothers, for instance, right? I'd be like, Joe is kidney color, and other players won't be able to understand the language, and then we'd be able to have that little incognito conversation out loud,
No one will know what you're saying. It's just you can already read each other and know what you guys are saying.
If I can someone run past and be like, thank you, come again. And I'll be like, I will.
Oh shit! Okay, Apple.
Apple.
But yeah, look, ethnic communities, you have that togetherness. It's
But with that comes cons, bro.
There is cons, man. There is
Togetherness,
cons.
bro. They'll come together. Like as I said, like if we have a new venture or something, and
But it only takes like something special to have everyone together.
exactly.
There are some people out there like they keep it together in terms of having their own little groups and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is good, but yeah, there are cons.
Yeah.
The cons, like I said, opinionated. Everyone's
Very
so
opinionated, bro. Like they come and they feel like they have their 2 cents. Now everyone has 2 cents to give on, and you're entitled to your opinion, bro. But I mean, why give it if it's not needed?
Example?
Examples, right? There's so many. I just don't want to pinpoint one and someone gets butthurt.
Oh,
but
look, we're not saying names here anyway.
Yeah,
we haven't
true.
done it in this whole podcast. But,
we should start dropping names.
Oh no, there's people have come up to us and said, "Are you talking about me?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I am.
But
Should fit swear it, bro.
if you feel like this presses you, then
Oh, mate.
there's an issue there. So,
Honestly, 100%. If you get pressed by this, that is on you.
But that's also in ethnic communities, right? So people, when you have your groups and whatnot, and you could be me and you could be having a chat. Someone could be there, and we're just talking about someone else or something else. They'll actually think that we're talking about them directly.
Oh, that's happened so many times,
Yes.
bro. It's always about it's like what I've noticed is it's like how do people like they'll come in and give their 2 cents about like say for instance if we're building this pool, right? There's a pool here, and it's almost it's a nice pool, but what if you did this? But what if you added that? But what if you it's sort of like my take on that is when someone comes to me and says, "Oh yeah, maybe you should have done it like this, or maybe you should have done it like that." I'm like, I'm not going to take their advice or their 2 cents if they're not in a place that I want to be.
Yeah, well, unless you've done it yourself.
Exactly, right? I'll be honest, even with the podcast, I had people come up to me and try to tell me, Naz, maybe you should do it like this or maybe you should do it like that. And I'm like, look, bro, this is a massive learning curve for me.
Correct.
And I'm like, I'm happy to take any advice from anyone that's done a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck are you going to sit there and give me advice if you've never done one before?
Exactly right.
It's like, yeah, let me teach you how to drive a car, bro, but I've never driven one myself. It's not going to work.
No, it's not. And
you know what I mean?
Everyone just has their 2 cents and
exactly
want
right.
to tell you how this and that. But it's just like, if you haven't tried it yourself, then don't mention anything, mate. I can't. What am I?
Exactly right.
Where's your backup on your story or whatever opinions you're trying to give me, right? So
then like at the end of it, like people will give their 2 cents, and now like say for instance we go and listen to that and do it. They'll turn around and be like, "Oh, I didn't tell you to do it that way." You know what I mean? They'll be like, "Oh, I don't want no part of this."
I wasn't here. I wasn't there. So,
they're just there to try to puppet master everything and watch your show and
Yeah, and then there's other people out there
their
that
own little
also
entertainment.
likes to compare.
Oh, bro, comparisons. That's actually a really good one. I remember because in the ethnic culture, like when we were back in like younger, like 18, even younger than that, still in high school, it wasn't more so the kids that were really comparing themselves to one another and shit like that. But I remember this one time where there was these two ladies having a chat at soccer. We were playing soccer on the weekend, and I was in year 12 at the time.
Yeah.
And one of the ladies turns around to the other one. She's like, "Oh, my son's doing, going to university for this and that. Great, beautiful, like smart kid." And then the other lady turned around. She's like, "Oh, my daughter's going to university for like this and that." Now, obviously, I wasn't like, the brightest kid at school. Like, I didn't really pay attention. I just did my own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just turned around to my mum and they were like, "Oh, what's Nazil doing?" Mom turns to them like legit, like mom knows what I do, and she's like, "Yeah, Nazil just drives the truck."
Yeah.
And they that's it. Like, what more are they gonna say to that? Like, oh, right.
School mentality
And that
too,
mentality
right?
that maybe Nazil's not doing anything. Like, oh, he's not anything because he's not going to university or he doesn't get a degree. I can promise you right now, I'll make more money than both of those.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that like the people, I don't know, these older generation people don't understand that an office job can make more money than a doctor.
Honestly, bro.
Or a truck driver can make much more money than a doctor.
Honestly,
it's
bro.
a thing, and we don't live in that age anymore.
We don't, bro. We really don't.
Well, then again, look, that's older generation. Then there's a few people in our generation too.
But then, even with the doctors stuff, right? If we're talking about doctors, I've got a really close family friend of mine who's He's actually really, really knowledgeable in the sports science sort of stuff, and he's into like his physio and all of that. Top bloke. And I was like, bro, like after becoming and knowing all your physio stuff, like what happened, you know? And he's like, bro, the amount of Indians like, oh, ila right kar dega, ila sit kar dega, you know? Oh, I say, shoulder pirawe, bro.
Yeah, expectations.
And it's like, bro, like this guy went and studied for years and this is his passion. He's not going to come and do it for free, you know?
Yeah.
And that ideology that, oh, yeah, if he's doing it and we're part of the culture, we should get a discount. Well, no, bro. If that's part of your culture, you should be the ones helping them out and paying full price so your culture and your people are, like,
Growing.
you know, excelling. Growing, you know?
Yeah.
Developing into bigger people, you know?
100%.
And that only happens from, like, the communities uplifting everyone around them, you know?
Like they say, you have to make use of the resources around you.
Exactly right.
But also, you've got to give them the full support and everything to help them grow and excel where they're at, right?
100%. So, I mean, I didn't really want to talk too much about the Jewish community at the moment because there's a lot of, like, all of that stuff going on. But the Jewish community is a very rich community.
Yeah.
And the reason they are a very rich community is because they don't go outside their community to help.
Mm-hmm.
They funnel inside their community and they stay inside their community. That's why if one Jewish person's making a lot of money, they're making sure that the 10 people around them are Jewish people.
Yeah,
because what happens is now not only are they making money, they're making money for the people around them.
Right.
So automatically it's beneficial for everyone, whereas opposed to ethnic communities that we understand and know, it's like if one person makes money, it's like, how do I fuck these people and take their money too?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's where you get this hatred and, oh, no, he's doing better than me. Or, no, he's doing better than me. Well, if we really believe we are one, then why don't we stick together?
Sounds like the Indian soccer tournaments that happen, bro.
Oh, my days, bro.
FIFA Indian soccer tournament. Nah, but you're right. Absolutely right. And they keep it tight-knit. The Jewish community keeps it tight-knit in that way because... Yeah, like,
who do you reckon's going to have enough money to pay for Ronaldo to come play for this tournament?
No comment. Okay,
Which Ronaldo do you want, but the one from Fiji, New Zealand?
Money! Fuck, yeah, guys, I don't know how many Ronaldos he knows, but okay. Fuck's sakes.
Honestly, like, I mean, we've got this community soccer that goes on, and the amount of politics behind it, bro.
Mate, I don't want to get into it too much. But let's just say, fuck it. Let's say, for example, in New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
You have two different Fiji associations in the soccer, like when in the soccer
like
scene in the scene. So when there's an IDC, there's two IDCs.
What?
Yeah, bro. That's
like,
because of politics and people can't get. They just can't line up together and have one big community. Like these tournaments would be fucking hectic if they were together. I'm not going to say too much into it because I don't know too much. So, but it is a bit stupid.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I know we have similar, like, we had a massive body here and then that went into two bodies as well. Yeah. Something similar over here. And it's just like, oh, no, this guy's not playing for that team, or if this guy's taking a team, another team's not coming. And I'm just like, bro, like, right now, if you're really about everyone being together, well, I mean, fucking... Bro, we've had a world war, but we can still pull off a World Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But these guys are like, nah, bro, this is bigger than a World Cup. This is the biggest thing in the world. I want to throw all my money at it and make sure that we have the best tournament. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the tournament, they're left with like 7 red cards, a $7,000 fine, and, you know, a messed up ground.
Yeah, and then they put money into these players too, like they're paying players and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
Some teams out there don't they make promises to their players, but don't own up to it or don't follow up on it. Yeah, so that's another side of the politics in this ethnic community that we have.
Yeah.
Pay up your players, boys. Fuck.
Yeah. Pay the boys, bro.
Pay the boys. They got some ends meet to make, mate. But going back to comparisons too, like you have the older generation. There's generation on our, like with us too, where you know you have your so-called mates, you know, and these are not your mates if they start comparing your fucking salary or how much you're making.
Oh, bro.
You know,
honestly,
that's the biggest one thing, and it fucking pisses me off.
If they're telling you, oh, you got to do like, oh yeah, we're doing like this much, and you need to be doing this much. Why?
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
You know, why does it affect you?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Okay, you're working hard, but
Yeah.
I'm working a bit smart here.
Exactly.
Making probably the same money or even more.
Exactly right.
Why is that? Why are you
is it
telling me?
different?
Why
yeah.
is it different?
Yeah, exactly. Why do I have to be doing what you're doing?
Exactly right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking can't stand that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. And
know,
that's,
like-
that's happened to us,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly,
So,
bro. Like one thing about AQ and I, like for the people at home, is we're both very driven people, but in our own fields.
oh, yeah.
In
yeah,
our own
yeah.
fields, you know, like I'm a very hands-on guy, and he's a very very well-spoken tech guy. That's like he's fucking bro. Anyways, we'll talk about yourselves and that later.
No,
bro.
we'll talk about sales and shit
You know
later.
what I mean?
But, and then when it comes to like, I was talking to one of my mates yesterday, you know, he was saying, he goes, the thing is with the boys, like the people close to you,
Yeah.
when everyone's on a mindset that they want to kill it, like say for example in the gym, every one of the guys I know now are all at the gym. Now when you speak to everyone, they're like, yeah bro, I've done this and I've done that. It's not about comparing,
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we all checking up with each other's
We're all-
progress,
exactly right. I
And
love
just
that.
pushing each other like, hey, fuck, I've got a gap here. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And your mate goes, okay, what about you try this? You know,
Yeah.
I love that. And we were just talking about it. It's such a good vibe if you stay on that.
Honestly, bro.
But then there's others out there that can be vampires and just suck that energy out of
They'll
you.
just be like, yeah, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that,
Yeah.
and like
But fuck, what are you
they try to
doing?
dictate other people's lives, bro.
Exactly.
And it's like like from where I stand, right? Like I've always been someone who just does something for me,
Mm-hmm.
and if it doesn't really affect me, I just stay out of it.
Stay out of it,
Stay
right?
out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's because like
I've seen it.
No, but that's also that comes down to the people that we grew up with. Like you grew up with the Aussies, you know?
Yeah.
You're around that kind of culture.
Yeah, exactly
You know,
right.
and me
Yeah.
back in NZ, I didn't grow up with Indians. I didn't grow up with
Nah.
like the Indians, Fijian Indians. I grew up with
Nah.
Islanders and with the
Yeah.
white guys and whatnot. It was good, you know. So that's a whole different mentality that we have,
Yeah.
and sometimes it doesn't align with the same people in your same community.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, and then also that comes down to the parents too and their mentality and their mindset. Like for me, my
Yeah.
dad will always be like, you're not playing football. Go study, study, study.
Yeah.
Where did my study get me?
Yeah, right. Like I
You know
get
what I mean?
that. I get that. And yeah, mine was similar. Like I was like when I was in school, mom was like, "Oh, you leave your assignments last minute, this and that." I mean, it wasn't for me, bro.
No,
You know what I
and-
mean? And like they were like, "Oh, you're not gonna be anything if you don't have a degree." Well, I mean, I don't have a degree, and still doing all right.
I reckon you're doing
Yeah.
fucking great,
I'm
mate.
doing all right, I
You're
think,
doing all
you know?
You know, same here, bro. Like, I don't have a degree. I did study a bit PT and whatnot, but didn't pursue it. And, you know,
Okay, well, talking
good
about
point.
comparisons,
yeah.
what about when, like in ethnic households, when kids get compared to other kids
In the same family.
in their community, in the close community?
Family, yeah, okay, yeah.
Look at that kid, he's going to go pray. Look at that kid, he's going to do that. Well, that was all good and well. And see, like my parents are very laid back about that. And maybe when we were kids, like younger, like in still in high school, they kind of said it like, oh, that kid goes and prays a lot. But see, I come from a place where we really see what actually happens behind, like
Behind
you know,
doors,
when people
yeah,
are out and
yeah.
about, you know. So like my mom could come to me and say, this person's doing great. And I'm like, yeah.
No. No.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. You don't know what happens behind that door.
Yeah. Like I'm like, it's a good thing you guys. Most of the parents don't have Snapchat,
It's true.
right?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how much shit do the younger generation see that the parents don't see? And then they go and try to hide it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, if you want to go hide it from them because you're scared of them, and you feel like there's going to be repercussions if they find out, well, maybe the problem isn't hiding it. It's maybe having a discussion with about why it's a problem.
You know what? That's one thing that I have a whole lot of respect for you, and I feel like that's why me and you are so close
Yeah.
because we say how it is.
That's
like
it.
even with our parents, you
Yeah.
know, we told them,
This
is what it is.
This
This
is what
is
it
how it
is.
is.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to
Yeah.
sit here and talk shit.
yeah, I'm not
Right.
going to and do shit behind your back too for
Exactly
you to find
right.
out later.
Yeah.
I don't want to, because for me also, like in saying hama ladka hi kari se, hama ladki wo kari se, this and that.
Yeah.
I don't even want my parents to go to someone else and be like, oh, my son is doing this and my son's doing that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I want them to be proud of what I'm doing, but they don't have to go bloat it out because that's why I say to them, this is what it is, this is how I am. I'm not perfect. I have my downs. I have my...
I mean, everyone does,
We
bro.
do.
Like, everyone's got their things that they're not proud of, the things that they're not good at.
Correct.
You know, things that they want to improve. Like, everyone's got these downfalls. right? I've got them. You've got them.
Oh, yeah.
Every single person has them.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the community, it's like, oh, there's one person who everyone should be like. Oh,
The
this
golden
person's
child.
the golden child, and all of that. You know, he goes and prays, and he's to like respect his parents, and he doesn't go out. And I'm like, well, you don't see.
Good on him.
You don't see his life 24/7.
Yeah, you
you
don't know
what I
what's
mean?
happening behind
Or
doors.
her life 24/7. Like, and there's a lot of shit that like people don't see, but then they go off and compare. And that I feel like
I call it the Great Deception.
the Great Deception.
Yes.
That's what it is, bro.
Yes.
That's
And it's
a
the
really
world that
good
we
name.
live in right now, the
That's
Great
a-
Deception.
That's a really good name. I
Thanks,
like
bro.
that. Fucking hell.
Not the Great Depression. Last time we got the Great I just took it out of my ass right now.
Put it back in.
I don't speak that way, guys. But
Oh, fuck.
maybe this is why I'm single. Fuck. But yeah, the Great Deception.
Yeah, fuck. No, it is a great deception, bro. It is. Like, I mean, living two lives, bro. Hannah
yeah.
Montana, Miley Cyrus.
But then there's two lives, right? I've seen this firsthand. There's I've seen people out there, you know, they act like a golden child in front of the people around.
Yeah.
But then they act like completely opposite behind doors, right?
Oh, bro.
But how long can you keep that for? How long can you keep that for? Two different lives?
You
Because
can
I've
never
seen people crack it, bro. Once they get to a point
Yeah.
where they can't hide their lies or they can't, you know, keep up with the image that they're trying to perceive,
Exactly right.
then they start
Yeah.
crashing down. And where the fuck are you now?
Exactly right, bro. Exactly right. So many people fell off.
That wasn't towards anyone. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. You know, just the way that everyone is just, you know,
it's just the way it is.
it's just fucked.
It is. It is.
You know, like people.
And look at if
There's so
everyone,
much backbiting, bro.
Yeah, if everyone wants to imagine if everyone just worked together,
It's never gonna happen.
never gonna happen.
It's never gonna
It's
happen.
never. And we live in a very desensitized world right now.
You know, it's an Indian community, bro. But there's a saying, bro: too many chiefs, not enough Indians, bro.
Just like fuck with one of those football teams. Too many superstars.
Yeah, oi, bro. हमें पास करो.
नेपाल पास करो.
ओए, हमें पास नहीं करे, bro.
हमें कल गोल सकता बनाए. Fuck. But then look, mental health with this too. You know, I feel. Look,
Well, I
back in
mean-
nowadays there was a lot of pressure. You know, like parents were saying, you know, do this, do that, do this, and do that. I was a rebel. I was a black sheep. You were too.
Yep.
You know, we didn't abide by the rules that our parents gave us. You know, we didn't. We just did.
We
what
lived
wanted
life
to do.
on
We
our
lived
terms,
life on
bro.
our terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our downfalls, but we learned from that. Too,
Learn
right?
from it, and we've come up from that.
Exactly right.
I want to ask you a question with
Yeah.
the mental health part
Go for it.
and our ethnic communities. So, would you agree that it's extremely hard, like for ethnic kids, to talk to their parents about mental health, let alone a professional?
Personally, 100%. Like for me, I couldn't. Like my mum wasn't around. Won't lie. My dad, I went through cancer. You know what I mean? Like that was tough.
Yeah.
And I went through so many different thoughts in my head.
Yeah.
You know, real dark thoughts to the point where I probably wouldn't be here today.
Wow.
But also there was just many thoughts. And even like before all that too, like growing up, you know, being alone, I never was able to speak to my dad because I was scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had that fear.
That fear.
You know, now myself and my dad, like I'll speak to him about anything and like we're sweet. It's
Yeah,
good.
I love
He's
that.
learned from it, right? And I've learned from it too. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit passionate there. Sorry, Dad.
I love it.
No, but like, yeah, no, it is. There's a fear there. Like, I've heard, like, you know, many kids out there too. Like, they'll come to me and they'll speak to me, but uncle or Baya, you know, this and that. I'm like, you know what? Just go do it, and then show them results. Then they're gonna listen.
That's
in that way. That's one of my
yeah.
advices, I guess. Like, if
Yeah.
you want to do something, not in terms of partying and all that, but
Yeah.
something in terms of if your parents are telling you go be a doctor, study this, do that, but your passion is
something else?
doing art or singing, you know, or writing poems.
Yeah.
Follow what you're good at. You know what I mean?
100%.
You always said that too.
100%, yeah.
Follow your special abilities and go full send with it.
Look, I don't mean this in the wrong context.
Yeah.
but fuck your parents when you want to follow your passion.
When it comes to that, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you follow your passion, like what AQ said right now, is you follow your passion, you get good at it, and you're doing something you love, automatically you're not doing a 9 to 5 that you hate going to every day. Waking up for a job that you don't want to go to. You're doing something that you want to do. Now you're more inclined to get better at it. And if you're getting better at something, you're excelling at it. And if you're excelling at it, you're happy. And if you're happy, then your people around you that love you should be happy for you.
And that's where growth comes. 100%.
Right?
Yep.
You know?
What else?
It's just, I mean, like, bro, people sit here and they'll think, like, and like this is a lot of, I learned a lot of this off Gary Vee in his podcast where he says someone who's making $60,000 to $70,000 a year doing something they love is much happier and has a more fulfilling life than someone making $300,000 to $400,000 a year doing something that they hate.
100%.
And I couldn't second that, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
We've
like
seen it, bro. We've seen it firsthand.
Honestly, we really have.
I mean? Like,
we really have.
We've seen people making those meals or $500,000-$600,000.
Yeah, and
but they're happy.
They're not happy,
Genuinely,
bro.
They're happy.
They're so upset. They're like, you know, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Where am I going with it? You know, where are we headed? You know, like, why am I doing this? It's just questioning everything.
Correct.
But, like, you know, as opposed to me working around cars, working around trucks. Right? Like, I mean, when I was a little kid, I loved all of this shit.
Yeah.
And now, like, a weekend I get to go, you know, take one of the trucks out, you know, like the other day I went to work, I didn't have to drive the truck, but I was like, fuck it, we'll go around the block, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a bit of fun there.
I agree. Like, even for me, I used to be a lot into my tech.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like PlayStation, all that kind of
I
stuff.
know that. Yeah,
And-
definitely.
And now I'm in tech and I love it. You know what I mean? I love
Tech's
talking
amazing.
about it.
Yeah.
It's a solution for people.
Fuck, definitely, bro.
But 100%, bro. I agree. Just follow your dreams, follow your passion.
Go for it.
Listen to your parents when it comes down to morals and values, because that's one thing that
Morals,
we always speak about. We're like,
Yeah.
we always used to be black sheep, this and that. But at the same time, the ethnic parents that we had, or have,
Yeah. Oh my God. Where did they go?
they've built morals and values within us, and
100%.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
but that's a pro.
That's definitely a pro.
pro.
And but like, you know, I guess that comes from the hard love that we had when we were kids, you know?
Yeah.
We understood the discipline, bro. You know, it wasn't a slap on the wrist.
Nah.
It was a lot worse than that.
It was.
But like, you know, that's given us that that respect for our parents that, you know, and the younger generation don't have it, bro.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had a time period of my life where I resented my parents. You know, but then again, I wasn't even myself at that time.
Yeah.
You know, I had no value of myself. I was like, I'm just gonna go do this and do that.
That's when we think when we're right about everything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And we thought like we were some kind of.
Just because we're right about a few things doesn't mean we're right about everything.
Right?
Exactly
and,
right.
You know, even when it comes down to girls and that, like I speak to my mum about someone, she'll be like, no, I don't think she's right for you.
Yeah.
And then fucking 6-7 months later, she wasn't the one right for me. You know?
Yeah. And they see something we don't see, you know, and I guess that's something we've learned over a period of time, and it's not something you can learn overnight. It comes with a lot of experience, you know.
100% lessons
Lessons learned, bro.
You know, me and Naz, like a bit of background about us. You know, we lived at home, but we also lived by ourselves. You know, he went and did his thing, I did my own thing. Living in a house, eating noodles, you know, bread at night, like fuck, struggling, you know, but also winning at the same time. Yeah. And it comes down. That's all lessons learned over time.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And a lot of the things in those times where we've developed, like on our own times, has come from these ethnic, like the things that our ethnic parents have taught us, right? Because I like in saying this, I do have friends that aren't ethnic, and they're very, very laid back. Yeah. Very, very chill out. And I mean, that's very, very good in a sense, but then, I mean, if you don't have a drive or a purpose or good parenting behind that, then I mean, that's how you get the essays down in Campbelltown. So fuck.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so I mean, that a lot of good does come with it if you understand it, but then you don't take all of it, bro. Like at the end of it, it's just all these aunties and uncles that have an opinion, that have something to say about what you're wearing, what you look like, how you dress, what piercings you choose to wear. You know, like it's not on their body. You're not their kid, but somehow it affects them. Fuck their opinion, bro.
You know what? Sometimes with that kind of shit, I just feel like people are bored. Like they don't have things going on with, like they're not busy. Like for you,
Yeah.
you don't even have time to think about what you're gonna eat tomorrow. You know what I
Nah.
mean, or tonight.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like
It's
you're just
just-
always busy.
just
Same here.
on
Like,
the
I don't
go.
but these people, they're just sitting there on their phones, on Facebook, TikTok. Adios que deco y ऐसे पैनी से. You know, adios que deco. बमिला के लड़का के वहाँ दो कुत्ता के उसके पुसी के खाई से. Fuck, like, come on, bro.
अच्छा बिमला के शादी में तुम देखा रहा कौन सी पाइनिस रहा
अरे पतुरिया.
oh fucking hell man. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
there was someone no, I'm probably
I was
gonna
gonna
say
say, I was like,
it.
bro, what are you doing? Where you going with this?
It could have been red hot. No, because that would have trickled down, and that person would have found out, and they would have probably came on the podcast to have a chat about it.
Oh, if they're gonna come down, then good on them.
I don't know.
Maybe guys just tune in for the uncut version.
Yeah, for the uncut version. In saying that, I think we've covered most of the ethnic community, what there is in it, what to take from it, what to not take from it.
It's up to you guys. Take it with a grain of salt or just fucking ignore it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's completely up to you. You know, if you get pressed by a lot of these, oh, you know, we shouldn't be able to like if my brother's kids do something, that's like okay. Within reason, like if it's not bad enough, I don't really. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that.
I guess
I'll go call my brother. Oh, do you know, bro? Like, cuz my brother's got bigger things to worry about.
Yeah.
I've got bigger things to worry about. And the kids are growing up in a generation where, you know, there's so much information on parenting. So you can't really get it wrong. But see, what people will do in their ethnic cultures is, oh no, hum long aise, we were brought up this way, so that's the way we're gonna be brought up. Well, tell me, back in the day, people were riding horses to work. Are they still riding horses to work?
Well, they were writing love letters on a paper.
On a paper, bro. Now you got fucking Tinder.
Yeah. Or I can just send a text message and say I love you.
Exactly.
I don't know who I'm saying I love you too, but yeah, you know.
You text me, bro.
Yeah, I always do anyway.
I know. I love it. Thanks, bro. I love you.
Stop it. No, but you know, just whatever you want to take out of it, take out of it. But just remember, like, if you got really strict parents on you, if they got these expectations on you, marriage.
No.
I haven't even started on
We
marriage.
didn't even cover that topic, did
No.
we?
Holy shit, that just came
I think
out.
we have time.
Yeah, we do. Of
We have
course,
time.
We always have time.
We've got plenty of time. We've got time for our Siida fam.
Of course.
All the time.
Always. I don't know why I just smiled at the camera, but yeah.
Hey, that's smart at them, bro. They're gonna get a feel away, bro.
It's stupid, man.
Don't do that.
Nah, marriage now, for me, fuck, bro.
Pressures, huh?
Oh. बेटा
कब शादी करता है?
बेटा हम थोड़े दिन में मर जाएंगे तब तुम्हें शादी नहीं देखेगा कैसे बोलता रे
Yeah,
in
man.
English that means son I'm gonna probably die one day and I won't be able to see your wedding. How's this? How?
Mate.
Why are you doing this to me? Look, at the same time, we don't live in the fucking 1990s or 1980s anymore.
We don't.
We don't. You know, the world is so much different nowadays.
We've developed so much.
The opposite sex can be much more smarter than the opposite. I'm not going to get into that, but you know what I mean.
That's a really good topic we should get into. We'll have a few friends on for that one, I reckon.
Hey, we might do it on the finale. Let's we'll just bring some few things up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And stay tuned for the finale. It'll be
Yeah, that's going to be pretty special. Big announcements.
cool. Yeah, for 2024.
There's a lot coming.
Yeah, and like we know, look, we've been a bit in and out with this. You know, just trying to. We're still, you know, in the progress, not perfection yet, but progression.
Yeah.
Just trying to
Yeah.
figure out, like, you know, how to fit things in and how to do this and that.
Yeah.
But you know, we do appreciate everyone's support.
We'll go over all
We'll
of
go
that
over through all that
in the next
Yeah,
episode.
we'll go over all the experience.
But yeah, so
Marriage, sorry.
marriage. Let's cover marriage.
Is that
bro.
ADHD?
Yeah, probably. We just go on a different tangent every now and then. People listening to us are like, "What are they talking about?" Just pay attention. We'll come back to
We're
it.
coming back.
So yeah, marriage, man. It's pretty full on. I know for me, that was a really, really messy area for a minute. was a lot of pressure to get married, and yeah, I was just I wasn't ready. Personally, I wasn't ready. I wasn't in a place where I could be with someone and be like, yeah, I'm going to give you all my time, or not even all my time, just be able to give you any time and any effort. And it just wasn't going to be good for whichever girl I was going to be with. And when that pressure came, it crippled me, bro.
Yeah, they don't realize that, like, because they think, oh, you know, like even for me, they're like, oh, you know, we can speak to a couple of girls in Fiji or in New Zealand, and I was just like, look, that's fine, that's all good and well. I'm like, hi, how you going? But
Let's tell the parents what's actually happening when you're setting up a marriage for someone. When your kids, this is what your kids feel when you're setting up their marriage. Number one, you're telling them that because we know there's 8 billion people in the world. You're telling your kid that they don't have the ability to go and find their own spouse. Like their parent has to do that for them. That's the first thing you're telling them. So you're telling your kid, you're not good enough. That's the first thing you're telling your kid by setting up your kid's marriage. You're not good enough. We have to do this for you.
Yeah.
All right? You're not capable. The second thing you're telling your kid is you're like, I am in full control of your life. Like that's going to be your wife and your kids are going to be your wife and your kids. But it's because of me. I'm controlling your life. Like, did you have kids to control them when they're 40, 50, 30? Like, you didn't, right? You brought them into this world to have a great life, to have your own family.
yeah, and to build.
Now,
and
you
keep
need to understand that you had parents too. And, you know, like, yeah, maybe they put you in that situation. You're with the spouse or someone that you don't want to be with. Well, that's a problem you need to take up with your parents. Don't take it out on your kids.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You know what I mean?
I agree, yeah.
So this whole like ideology of people coming out here and trying to set up marriages for their kids thinking, oh no, what if the parents get along? Right? That's another good one. The parents get along, so our kids are going to get along. How many times has that fucking happened?
Oh man, I've seen it many, many times, bro. But yeah, that's the thing, like, and parents, you better be listening to this too for your kids.
Honestly.
But mental health, it's a massive thing. And if a bloke or if a woman, they feel like in themselves, within themselves, that they're not ready for marriage, there's a reason being why.
Exactly.
Like, if you want them to go get married while they're halfway there, and they're, you know, relationship can go well for 6 months, or to a year, whatever. But there is going to be a time where, you know, you start realizing in a I haven't been married, by the way, but in a relo, you're like, fuck it, there's so much more for me to grow.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
and then what if you can't align and you're married, you've tied the knot, and you've had 2 kids? Then what are you going to do?
And like, I know I've heard this before. From anyways, I won't say who said it.
You don't have to say who said it, yeah.
I fucking really want to, but
God.
Anyways, they were like, oh, it's all right. You guys will get together.
Yeah.
Because it's arranged, and you'll just make it work.
Yeah. And that's, I fucking heard
I
this so many
mean,
times.
that's life, right? Without getting married, right? You're gonna get food and you're gonna make it work. You're gonna eat it, bro, right? Whether it's a shit meal, whether it's a good meal, right? Like whether you're gonna get to your destination or not. Life's already fucking hard.
Yeah.
Why do you want your partner to be another fucking difficult thing?
I sense a lot of passion in this, in those comments there, Nazil.
Oh yeah, just you know, like your partner should be your safe space when you come home from work, come home from a fucking shitty day in the world, you know, which you fucking do have.
Oh, 100%.
You come home and that's your safe space. You give her a hug, you give them a fucking cuddle, and you know, you sit down,
how's the day going, this and that, watch some TV,
have a little bit of a chat.
Yeah,
mate, that's what you want. Not coming home to. Caguera too much.
Why are you home 20 minutes late? Fuck.
Fucking hell.
But I don't know. Like, just
to the guys that have got an arranged marriage out there and are really killing it and doing it and they've fallen in love, that has happened.
Good on you. Yeah, no, 100%.
Props to you.
Props to you, big time.
But you're a rarity. All right.
I think so too. Yeah.
It's a rarity, bro.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's not a common thing where they're in love.
I'll be honest. I think since COVID till now, how many people got married, right? Arranged and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They had kids and whatnot. But then fucking 2 years later, once all these fucking society went norms.
You're allowed to get back out again. She's like, I'm peace.
And I was just like, damn, this is the reason why I haven't found anyone yet.
Well, everyone's stuck at home, so what do they want when they're at home? A partner.
Oh.
Fuck. What did you want?
Fuck. Oh my. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Should we just wrap this down, bro?
So guys,
ethnic communities.
stay away from them, but get involved.
And stay Siida. Bye bye.
Love ya.
Love ya.